French military has quietly ushered in a formidable upgrade to its airborne nuclear strike capability, the ASMPA-R, Air Sol Moyenne Portée Amélioré Rénové. As the revamped version of the long-standing ASMP-A nuclear cruise missile, the ASMP-A-R significantly strengthens France's last warning deterrent, the part of its nuclear posture meant to signal resolve before escalating to heavier strategic forces. Viewers may note that France has maintained one of the world's most distinct nuclear doctrines, built on the principle of strategic autonomy. Since President Charles de Gaulle established France's nuclear force, known as Force de Frappe, in the 1960s, Paris has consistently emphasized that its nuclear arsenal must remain completely independent of foreign political influence, foreign command structures, and foreign technological dependencies. This philosophy continues to define French nuclear policy today, and the new missile consolidates that doctrine. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how destructive is new French nuclear-capable ASMPA-R missile. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The ASMP-A-R is not an entirely new design, but rather a life extension and capability upgrade of the previous ASMP-A missile. The original ASMP, Air Sol Moyenne Portée, dated back decades and was already a supersonic, ramjet-powered air-launched weapon. The ASMP-A, which entered service in 2009, improved on that with better propulsion, guidance, and a thermonuclear warhead. Starting in around 2010, France launched a midlife refurbishment initiative. The ASMP-A-R project was born out of that effort, aimed at keeping its airborne nuclear capability modern and credible into 2030 and beyond. In 2023, the missile was operational with the Strategic Air Forces, Forces Aériennes Stratégiques FAMs. In November 2025, it officially entered service with the French Navy's carrier-capable force, carried by Rafale M jets. One of the most important technical strengths of ASMP-A-R lies in its propulsion system. Like earlier variants, it uses a ramjet engine, meaning it intakes air during flight to burn fuel more efficiently than a pure rocket. This enables sustained supersonic speeds. In test firings, ASMP-A-R reportedly achieved speeds around Mach 3, a significant leap from many subsonic cruise missiles. The upgrade will increase the missile's operational range. According to French defense sources, ASMP-A-R can reach up to about 600 kilometers, 373 miles, compared to roughly 500 kilometers, 310 miles for the older ASMP-A variant. This boost in range gives French forces more flexibility in how and where they launch, allowing strike aircraft to approach less predictably and potentially bypassing certain layers of enemy air defenses. Further enhancing its survivability, the ASMP-A-R can be flown at very low altitudes, terrain following, to avoid detection by radar, in addition to high-altitude flight paths. These profile options give France a more credible and stealthy airborne nuclear strike vector, difficult for adversaries to intercept. At the heart of ASMP-A-R's destructive power lies its warhead, identified as the Tête Nucléaire Aéroportée, TNA, the same warhead used on the ASMP-A. The TNA is a thermonuclear device with a variable yield, reportedly between 100 and 300 kilotons. To put that in perspective, the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima was about 15 kilotons, making the high end of TNA's yield roughly 20 times more powerful. This level of yield places ASMP-A-R in an interesting doctrinal niche. It is not a strategic missile meant to destroy entire cities, but a pre-strategic or warning strike weapon. It provides France with the ability to deliver a powerful but limited nuclear blow, one that can serve as a credible deterrent without immediately triggering full-scale nuclear retaliation. France's deployment of ASMP-A-R enhances its dual nuclear vectors, land-based through strategic air forces, and naval-based via Rafale-M on aircraft carriers. This naval deployment is particularly significant. A Rafale-M launched from the Charles de Gaulle carrier can carry the missile into contested areas, complicating enemy targeting and introducing uncertainty into any potential strike response. In November 2025, a Rafale-M conducted an evaluation launch, without a live warhead, in a flight representative of a nuclear raid under what the French Ministry of Armed Forces called Operation Diomede. According to defense commentary, this test validated both the launch dynamics and the missile's handling in a carrier-based scenario. In terms of destructive effect, a 300-kiloton nuclear strike from ASMP-A-R would be devastating against military and strategic targets. It would likely obliterate hardened facilities, command centers, and even city-size infrastructure if used. But its real power lies not just in blast, but in its deterrent signal, the ability to deliver a credible nuclear warning while avoiding immediate strategic Armageddon. Because it can be carried by both land-based and naval aircraft, ASMP-A-R also complicates defense planning for potential adversaries. They must account for both fixed bases and mobile carrier strike groups as potential launch platforms. Additionally, its speed, path flexibility, and thermonuclear yield mean that any attempted interception would be extremely difficult, especially if the missile uses terrain-hugging flight. France's ASMP-A-R is more than just an upgrade. It is a carefully balanced weapon, destructive but finite, stealthy but controllable, fast but not hypersonic. It strengthens France's airborne leg of its nuclear deterrent and preserves meaningful flexibility within its Force de Frappe. Through ASMP-A-R, France maintains a credible warning shot capacity, a means to threaten nuclear retaliation without immediately launching full-scale strategic forces. In today's evolving security climate, especially within Europe, and amid rising great power competition, ASMP-A-R serves as a powerful geopolitical signaling tool. It underscores France's commitment to an independent deterrent and its willingness to maintain a credible, ready, and modern nuclear option.